Auzu billahi mineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The topic for today is educational psychology. The most important subject or the most important theory, the educational psychology. Because without this, our learning process and the teaching process would be a failure. So, without knowing the psychology of a learner, without knowing the mind setup of a learner, without knowing the soul of a learner, the education would be of no use. Dear students, the psychology has been originated from a Greek. It's composition of two words, psyche and logy. Psyche means soul and logy means science. Thus the psychology is soul of science. And the education means the modification of behavior, change of behavior. So, goodness of behavior. So, what does the education psychology mean here? The education means the education means modification of behavior, and the psychology means science of behavior. It is comprised of two words, education and psychology. So, why education psychology is very important? Because education is related to soul, to mind. So, knowing the soul, knowing the mind, it is very important. I will give a simple example. You might have heard about Thomas Edison, Alva Edison, who has invented electrical bulb, इसे हम लैंप भी कहते हैं. He was an orphan boy, and in her elementary education, primary education जिसे हम कहते हैं, his mother took her to the school, and after few days, he came back with a letter, and he showed the letter to his mother. After reading that letter, he took his son to somewhere else in another institution, and her son told her mother what is written in this letter. Mother told her that, my dear son, the teacher has written in this letter that your son we are not in a position to teach him because he's a very and very much efficient boy. This school is not suitable for him. But actually the letter was not of that pattern. Actually, teacher has rejected the Edison, that he is not good in studies. But his mother didn't give up. She took her to somewhere else, and later he became a good, not good, but a big scientist. He invented a lamp. After the death of his mother, he saw the letter and he was shocked. Here we see the difference. Who proved good? A good teacher. Actually, his mother proved a good teacher. He did not give up. And same is the case of here. A teacher should be a very much knowledgeable. He should know the psychology. And he should know his learner. His concern is what to teach and how to teach. What to teach is related what he is going to teach. But how to teach? Method. He should know the method. He should read. He should know the student. Until and unless he is not able to see his student, his mind, his soul. कभी कभार क्या होता है कि बच्चा गुमसुम होता है. And this is very important thing. And teacher should be of that capability and capacity. He should see why. Because Crow too has given this education psychology. This is we have to learn it up to the old age. So, teacher here should be very much vigilant about the learner. Because the scope of educational psychology is also based on learning process. Just learning process. Methodology process. To know their soul, to know their mind. And teaching and learning situation. We have to see the situation. Without knowing the situation, our teaching could be the failure. हर चीज के लिए एक सिचुएशन होती है ना. तो this is all when we are in know of psychology of a learner and evaluation of learning performance. And a teacher should be, he should evaluate the things. He should bring out the good or bad. So, the educational psychology is very and very important in our educational setup. Until and unless we will not involve or indulge this educational psychology in our this learning and teaching process, it would be a failure. Hope for today. Khuda Hafiz.